talking of upgrades, what about this radial enhancement thing? That was used for some of the farming equipment. I don't know whether I'll be using it, but speaking of farming equipment, let me put this away. And there we go. The radial enhancements. Yeah, that's for the farming equipment to extend the range of the effect of the phytosoil or something. There we are. Okay, I had no idea you could actually get these as a reward, but then again, I suppose it wouldn't be the smartest thing in the world to hold out for them, if you know what I mean. Like, put an entire quest line on hold until I got one as a reward. That'd be just silly. Okay. And then there are the tools of thermal series. Starting with the Tinker's Workbench. I didn't know there was a special workbench. I wonder if the Tinker's Workbench is an extension of the crafting table. If it is, then perhaps I can use it to replace the crafting table in the storage area. Let me just bring this downstairs here. Oh, it doesn't. Well, never mind then. I suppose I'll just have to put it someplace else. Like the machine room for... Well, I wouldn't exactly call this the machine room, but... Oh, you know, if I place that here, I won't be able to get at the nutritional liquefier. Yeah, that would be bad. And then there's these tools. One of which you might already be familiar with. When I was cooling the, well, I use it for making brine and for making reactor coolant. Now let me just take it out so I can claim the reward for getting it. Yeah, the aqueous accumulator. I already talked about it. Oh, really? Oh, and I got another one of those gems. Did I somehow lose my cherry workbench? Or crafting table? I don't know, I put it down somewhere and now I can't find it. Well, regardless, since I got 64 of these leather thingies, I'm going to put in here. Same with the wheat. I'd like to be able to store some more stuff in here. And the honey, for that matter. Oh, wait. Yeah, I can put it in here. All right. But what about the rest of it? Well, vacuumulator picks up stuff that, I could use that when I claim a reward and I don't have enough room in my inventory. Alright, so I've got a couple of jungle logs to make the a hopper out of. It's funny, vacuum is spelled with two U's in a row. Is there any other word that actually does that? Is there like a word that that's spelled with two V's in a row? I know a word in German that's spelled with three F's in a row. I wonder if Minecraft has a 4th of July, maybe I might let off all these grenades for a firework display. The igneous extruder. Now there was a useful thing in thermal series, because you could use it to make obsidian, but you didn't need a diamond pickaxe to dig obsidian up. Used to be a lot easier to make than this, I think. Do I have any pistons laying around? I could swear I picked like a bunch of them up at this one time. Yeah, I thought I had some. I must have picked them up from the Plague Asylum. I remember the Plague Asylum having a lot of redstone stuff, including pistons. But it also needs a Constantan gear. And Constantan, if I think I went over this. Constantan is an alloy of nickel and copper. I don't know whether that's a thing in real life or not. It probably is. What am I missing? Oh my goodness, that was Invar, not tin. My mistake. So we're gonna make the blend and smelt it. And put this back. I think this actually takes power too, but I think the only thing I'd ever use it for is making obsidian, or actually no, I might use it to make stone, but I already have a lot of stone. And I get another fuel cell and more grenades. Well, they can't be all that useless, can they? For me to need a lot of them to do stuff with. A decoctive diffuser. Oh, Wait, that would be a decoctive diffuser, as opposed to a concoction or something like that. And it'll apply a potion effect. I guess you could call it, I guess it's a bit like an atomizer. You know, one of those perfume things. Well, I'm glad I had a glass bottle left over from when I had to start quaffing down health potions during that one dungeon raid. Honestly, wither for an entire minute. Certainly pause for thought, isn't it? And it requires silver ingots. So I don't have any, do I have any silver ore? Well, that's interesting. Apparently I don't. So I'm going to have to dig some up with, how'd that go again? Why am I getting this? Okay, silver ore is supposed to be an ore. It's not supposed to be a bunch of... It's not supposed to be a bunch of random blocks, is it? Well, maybe I ought to just use it and see, it's taking out the dirt. Shouldn't be doing that. I don't know how that could have happened. I don't want to accept silver underscore ore. What if it's... What if it's that? Oh, okay, that seems to work. With that said, there certainly seems to be a lot of silver around. I'm not entirely sure how much of it I'm going to need. But I suppose now is the time to demonstrate the new policy I have towards... Never mind. Only the pulverizer takes this. So, while I'm thinking about this, I might as well use some of these upgrades. Let's see, I don't want to sacrifice efficiency. Ah, here it is. An auxiliary process sieve. I wonder how many of these I can stick in the pulverizer. Can I put 4 of the same? Yeah, I can. Okay. So I should be getting some lead as well as some silver. And some gravel too. Well, I had no idea it was so well off. Well, in that case, I'm going to smelt the silver I've got. And I'll wait for this to finish before I put the rest of the deep slate silver ore in. What was I making again? Yeah, the decoctive diffuser. That needs a constant gear. That's that stuff here. And there we go. Yeah. But once again, I don't think I'm actually going to use that thing. It's not like I have a need to spray everything in the vicinity with a particular potion effect. There's only one guy in the vicinity, and that's me. You could argue that I could use it as an offensive weapon, like against, I don't know, zombies. But I wonder if it'll take too long to work in that case. And a nullifier, otherwise known as a trash can, I guess you could say. Nullifiers in mods in general are kind of common. Yeah, you forgot I have like a ton of lava in this thing. I was at some point going to take like the mechanical pump down to down to the bottom and like drain a big pool of lava just to see what it looks like without the lava. Okay. So this one doesn't need a constant gear. I'm not the kind of guy that just throws things out, though. Okay, I guess I gotta check the... Oh dear. There's all these skeletons running around. Zombies too. With tridents? Whoa, okay. If I can lure those skeletons out here. Just wait until one of us... Sorry about that, I got impatient. That is a lot of health for a common skeleton. Okay, I actually do have some latex. Oh, I must have gotten this as a reward somehow. But these are different kinds of potions. Okay, so I have a little under 3 buckets worth. Wait a minute. I can add augmentations to these. Maybe I ought to throw a couple in. So what have I got? It's for flux-related stuff. Increases generation rate. That's for a dynamo. I have no idea what augmentations I can put on the arboreal extractor. Maybe I'll have to look that up somewhere. So anyway, I suppose I could automate this process if I wanted to. But yeah, we have rubber, and I suppose all we need now is to cure it. And to cure the rubber, wait a minute, how do I... Oh, right, in the induction smelter. Well, that's not going to be a problem. Ah! It's even better than I thought. And there's a Miner's Delight reward bag. Kind of curious what's in those. Yeah, I know how to put all this stuff. Oh, I get actual ore blocks out of this. Well, this is certainly this is probably one of the best rewards I've gotten. Especially with, well, I don't necessarily need that much in emeralds, but I do need nickel, well, maybe not zinc, but copper, iron. Yes, puts the delight in Miner's Delight. Where did I put my crescent wrench? Oh, it's in here. Okay. Yeah, because you can, if you hold down shift like this, you can just pop the machine off the line and then put it right back. And yeah, I already did the fractioning still, didn't I? All right. There. And now there's a whole bunch of other machines. The centrifugal separator, for example. Now that separates materials from each other. It uses and it creates a liquid fuel of some kind. I think it's part of the oil refining process in thermal series, but I'm not sure. Centrifugal separator requires more constantin, and I don't have enough nickel for it, but I do have nickel ore. And do I have raw nickel, or did I already use that? Yeah, I already used it. So nickel ore, yeah, I'm gonna have to use the pulverizer for it. For all of those old auxiliary process sieves, I seem to have lost out a bit. I'm gonna take the copper I have. Well, come to think of it, I could use this raw copper. Then to keep things simple, since this is divisible by 3, I suppose I could use it in the injection chamber. There we go. Anyway, I need constant gears. 2 of them. Okay, let me just stamp out those gears here. Done. And there. One centrifugal separator. Now let's just stick this somewhere. Now what does this thing do? Well, it's got a lot. It can make, well, it can make dyes. It can efficiently process a bone into bone meal. Apparently it can take blends and separate them into their component parts. It can take bituminous sand and separate it into tar, sand, and bitumen with crude oil, and that, I think, is how it's part of the oil refining process. And it can extract honey. But I think you get the general idea of how this thing works. There's just a lot to go through. It's also better as a dye extractor. But at least it strikes me as a useful thing to have, in case I want to split something up into its component parts.